Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Daz here. Who's ready for some Tuesday training and that Do Running City Slickers solidarity session? Just a quick check-in today. Just wanted to let you know how I'm feeling. I think that's quite important. I'll come back to that shortly. Also speak a little bit about community and the importance of such things as a solidarity session. But of course, I'll let you know what that's all about before I go any further. It's an opportunity to get involved with like-minded people, do whatever activity you choose, whether it's running, walking, cycling, something you can do at home, indoors, but knowing other guys, setting that time aside, making the effort to plan and prepare, put it in the diary, something we do week in, week out, almost trying to create a slot, what we can turn to every week. A bit like park run on a Saturday morning in normal times. What we could almost do is take this forward, make sure Tuesday at 6:30 is the time, we get in our activity, we try and be part of a team. With these restrictions placed upon us, we can't be that right now, can we? So we've got to make every effort we can to stay involved, to stay connected, and to keep doing the things we get so much from. We all know the benefits. I talk about those day in, day out, of physical health. We know the benefits to our mental health as well, so it's important to keep doing it. Get out there, guys, do whatever you absolutely can. Just out at the moment, getting in a quick walk to do the video, really sort of enjoying the weather, enjoying the fact the sun's out, and that's another important factor this week, isn't it? Apparently the weather's going to turn quite drastically. Much of the country is going to be under a yellow weather warning with rain, so today might be vitally important in getting out there. Whilst of course I'll never encourage you to skip sessions because of the rain. It's always amazing in the rain. It's important to make the most of this wherever you can. It's great for that little bit of extra motivation. If anything, it doesn't put you off. It gets you out the door, and with a night's drawing out, an absolutely fantastic opportunity to get involved in what we do. So many have taken so much from it, and it's been so worthwhile. It's the thing I look forward to most of all in the week, because it is the start of the real activity. I always say never miss a Monday, and I'm glad I didn't yesterday. That's the reason I'm feeling positive, but again, I'll come back to that. But if you did miss a Monday, or even if you did it on your own, this is the chance to get involved as part of a team effort, as part of the community we're trying to build here, part of something, to keep us feeling normal, I guess, feeling like we're just pushing on and doing what we enjoy. And that's so important, isn't it, to maintain that perseverance. It gives us that little bit of accountability at 6:30, to get out there and really make the most of it. So if you can get involved, please make sure you do. Post your pictures in, tag in Tuesday training, check out all the links at the end of this video. They'll be there as ever, and I'll get them shared. All we're looking to do is motivate and inspire people, and like I say, potentially take this forward and make the absolute most of it. Create a movement. How brilliant would that be if everybody did the Tuesday training, at 6:30 post-lockdown? But anyway, that's for another day. I said there that I'm feeling really positive, and whilst I started Monday Motivation by saying that I really want to give it a go this week, we all know that's just by saying it doesn't always do the trick. You can try and put yourself in a good mood, you can be conscious of what's sort of affecting you and what's happening, but it doesn't always do the trick, And whilst I was working at it yesterday, I was thinking about what I can do. I had a little errand to run. I tied an actual run in with it, and ran to drop a card off to a friend whose birthday it was, and something just happened in that run. And this is what it is about activity. This is what it is when you plan it in, and when you make sure you do it, you can just get that extra kick from it. I went out, and whilst I've been working really hard, and now I've been looking at my habits, I've been doing some tough sessions, making lifestyle changes that I've been talking about for a long time but never got round to. Start this year, I've given it a real go. And during this run yesterday, it wasn't the fastest, it wasn't sort of record breaking, but it was 4.5 miles, a little bit longer than I expected, a little bit longer than I've been doing in most of my runs. But by the time I finished, looked at my watch, It was a real decent effort. It's definitely not about time right now, it's about consistency, but just by sort of doing it quicker than I expected, not as quick as I can, quicker than I expected, it put me in a really good frame of mind and made me realise that possibly results are starting to show. You know, I'm starting to see the benefits of all that hard work, and that's always a nice feeling, isn't it? It's just about sort of being consistent, and again, that's what Tuesday offers. It's about just keep doing what we do. You know, if you skip sessions, if you find reasons not to do it, this is just a reason to do it. You know, you can easily slip back and get demotivated. It's easy to get back in, but like I say, when you see results, when you see something, and that's made me feel absolutely fantastic about what I'm doing. Like I say, I'm out for a walk now. I'm really sort of using it, dual purpose, a walk, do the video, feeling the nice weather. You know, of course I'm anticipating that bad stuff as well, but it's absolutely fantastic and making me feel on top of the world again. I've been doing the things that I've done all throughout lockdown today, which I potentially haven't done for the last couple of weeks. You know, even though I'm encouraging them, I'm saying this is what works, you know, I perhaps let them skip and let myself get to a point last week where I wasn't feeling fantastic. But today, because I'm feeling great, that run has really sparked me into action. You know, I've done all those things, listened to the same kind of videos, looked up the same things on YouTube, you know, tried to sort of set about my work and be busy, and it's been really key in getting me in the right frame of mind and getting me going. So it can be that simple, guys. Just one run, just one activity, one walk. You know, sometimes it's when I go out on a Friday morning, I get a particular picture, you know, of something, and people tend to like it or comment about it, you know, and that can be just the spark. So it's just about keep doing the things we do, you know, keep doing what's on offer and available to us, and you never know, sometimes it might just spark you into action and give you that real kickstart to attack the situation. I touched on yesterday how much I'm kind of noticing that everything seems a bit drastic again in the world right now. Do you know, I turned on the television this morning, do you know, it wasn't fantastic, was it? So again, feeling good about what I'm doing, that went straight off. You know, and it was about doing the things I enjoy doing, you know, and that's trying to encourage people to get involved, you know, trying to sort of develop myself, you know, spending a bit of thought about what I'm doing, how I can help others, you know, getting in plenty of activity and giving it a real go. And that's so important, isn't it? And I did say it's going to be a quick one today, but the last thing I wanted to mention really quickly, at the end of yesterday's Monday Motivation, I mentioned community, you know, and why I want to build a small sort of activity community within the wider community. It's so important. You know, I mentioned the fact that I come from an area where those opportunities aren't necessarily there. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the worst area in the world, but it wasn't the most affluent either, and it's not a place where opportunities come thick and fast. So what I've tried to do through Do Running is almost build something where we can invite absolutely anybody in, you know, regardless of any of those discriminatory factors I was talking about yesterday. You know, invite people to what we do, encourage, keep sort of motivating and inspiring, and that's what Tuesday's about as well, isn't it? We're just highlighting every time we do it, whether it's 4 people or whether it's 40 people, we're highlighting that despite adversity, despite restrictions and lockdown and everything else that's stopping us right now, we can come together and make a real effort. And the more we make it a real effort, the more we set an example, you know, it just shows people that they can be involved, and it just might turn their head away from negativity, from things that go on in these places. In more normal times, I'd run a group called the City Slickers group here in Nottingham, which the session today sort of stems from, is based from the heart of Nottingham, do you know? And it's really aimed at getting absolutely everybody involved. People who've never taken part in activity, and what we do is all work together. It's a running group, but what we tend to do is work at the slowest pace. And everybody there's some experienced guys, there's some people just starting out. Everybody's giving something back. Everybody's putting something back into the local community to try to draw even more out who can get even more from it. And that's so important, isn't it? The more we sort of give out, the more we get back. You know, you get out what you put in, basically. That's the common saying, isn't it? It's something you've perhaps heard me say quite a lot on here as well. So that's just what I really wanted to mention today, guys. The solidarity session, it's all about keeping this community together, keeping ourselves mentally strong, mentally consistent. Do you know, consistency is so important. I've mentioned there, it's important for me personally, you know, to get me into a positive mindset naturally rather than trying to force it a little bit, you know. And when I'm in a positive mindset, I'm trying to help others around me, trying to encourage people to get involved. It probably shines through a little bit more as well, you know, and it might just do the trick in helping people make those right choices. So like I say, get involved in this if you haven't already. You know, so many have taken so much from it. It's just a perfect opportunity to do something which doesn't take you too far out your comfort zone. Do you know, you do it wherever you are, whatever activity you want. Just get involved at 6:30. Know that people are involved, and if you can post your pictures, you don't have to. You might not be at that stage yet where you feel comfortable to do that, but if you can, do you know, it's always fantastic to share. It's always great to show people what we're doing. I'll post those across the social media, across the story, and then we'll crack on tomorrow with more activity and the Wednesday workout. I'll have more to say about the steps challenge and how that's getting along. It's actually halfway through today, so it's a good sort of barometer of where we are. So until then, guys, get out, make the most of this amazing weather, and it is just about daylight at 6:30. So if that gives you a little extra comfort in getting out as well, you know, make the most of it. Just doing it.